Hello, and thank you for attending today's presentation entitled Get Your Local Business on Google Search and Maps. My name is Miranda Gilbert with Girl Geek Communications. I am located here in Billings, Montana, and I'm an official partner of the Grow with Google program. And this is an official Grow with Google presentation. So let's dive right in. On the agenda today, we will talk about what exactly is a Google Business Profile, how you go about creating one, how to manage your business profile, and some additional resources that are available for free through the Grow with Google program. So first things first, what exactly is a Google Business Profile? A Google Business Profile is a free way to help your organization appear correctly on Google Search and Maps. The tool is called Google Business Profile. It used to be called Google My Business. With a verified business profile, you'll be allowed to update your address, your phone, your website, the hours of your operations, and a whole lot more. Business profiles are available for organizations that have physical locations that customers can visit, either a brick and mortar location or a storefront, or businesses that have a local service area, like a flower delivery service or a mobile dog grooming business, for example. Companies that are only online, perhaps they sell jewelry and it's only online, they are not allowed to have a Google Business Profile. Rental agencies, vacation homes, vacant apartments, these are also places that are not allowed to have a Google Business Profile. Now, if your organization has not opened a physical location yet, you can still create a Google Business Profile and set it for a future opening date. Let's just take a quick anatomy of what a Google Business Profile is. When a searcher discovers your business profile, they'll see your business information, such as your address, phone number, and hours. They'll also be able to see photos and videos, reviews, and a whole lot more information. Now, these photos and videos can come from you as the business profile owner, or they can come from Google users across the platform. Creating a business profile will let you edit the information Google displays, so your details are up to date and consistent across Google's search and maps. Now, creating a Google Business Profile won't guarantee that your business will appear in search results, but it can help. Businesses that have storefronts that are open to customers or those that meet customers at local service areas can appear on Google Maps. The image here on this slideshow shows the same business appears on Google Maps, and it pulls the information from their Google Business Profile. Now, appearing on Google Maps is really important, and in 2023, Google actually helped drive over 2 billion direct connections with consumers. That could be phone calls, direction requests, bookings, reviews, a whole host of issues. But there are many, many signals that Google determines to see who shows up in Google Maps results. And these three things are relevancy, distance, and prominence. Relevancy is how well your business profile matches a search. If your business profile is detailed and up to date, Google is more likely to show it for relevant searches. Distance is exactly what it sounds like. How close is your business or organization or physical location to the searcher or the area that they've searched? Prominence is gauged by how well known your business is, based on all the information that Google finds about your business or organization all across the internet. Business profiles work on all devices, so customers can find you no matter where they get online. The image here shows how a business profile appears on mobile phones, laptops, and a tablet. They all show a range of details to help searchers find the information they need about your organization. So how exactly do you create a business profile? Start by visiting google.com/business. From here, click Manage Now to create your business profile. You'll start directly, you can also start, directly from Google Maps. So let's take a look how you could do that. So in order to use most Google products, including Google Business Profile, you'll need to be signed into a Google account. A Google account provides a single sign-in, a username and password, to connect your Google products. Now, you can use a Gmail account for this if you want, or I always encourage people, if they have an email address for their organization, use that, because that will make it easier if you leave the organization for somebody else within your organization to be able to take control of the Google Business Profile. If you don't have a Google account set up, you can set up a free Gmail account here at accounts.google.com/sign up. Also, if your organization uses Google Workspace, you may have an email address that doesn't look like a Gmail address, such as name@organization.com or .org, and you can use that address as well. Make sure that you choose an email address that you check regularly, because Google will communicate about your Google Business Profile with you via that email. You'll receive notifications about reviews, questions from consumers, a variety of topics. So make sure that that's an email you will check regularly. Once you've signed into Google, you can create or claim a business profile. The first step is for you to type in the name of the business as it should appear on Google. And as you begin typing, you may see a drop-down list come up that will show potential matches. So it's possible that you have a Google Business Profile that you've never claimed or created. If you do see your business, click on it and you'll be asked to confirm your business. Now, don't worry if you need to make changes to this, because you can make changes later on. If your name of your organization does not appear, enter the full name of your business and then select enter, and you'll be able to choose a business category. Sometimes you're not able to find the exact perfect category, and that's okay. Just click the best available and hit next, because we can change your category later. You'll be asked to choose whether or not your business has a physical location that customers can visit, such as a storefront or an office. Now, this is a very crucial step, because if you have a service area business, or perhaps your organization works out of a residential area and it's not a place that your customers would come to face for a location, you can toggle to hide your address. This is very important that you do, especially if you're working from your home. Then you will be referred to as what we call a service area business. So a service area business will still appear on Google Maps, and it will highlight the area that you serve, but it will not show the direct address. Now, one problem that some people often do is when they select their service area, they make it too large. So if your organization serves the entire state of Montana, that's great, but do not select the entire state of Montana as your service area. These listings are more for local search results. They're not, your listing is going to be too diluted if you select too large of an area, and it's likely to not show up at all. So these are for more local people looking for your business. So if you're not sure if you need, what to select there, just, select the area around your business, the city or something like that. Don't try to go across the whole state. Now, if your organization does serve certain counties, make sure and select the counties that you do serve, but don't attempt to go beyond. Generally, it's a 2-hour drive, but I honestly tell people don't go beyond like a 50-mile radius if you can avoid it, because it will dilute your listing too much. All right. Now you'll be asked to select yes at this point, and you'll need to put the official street name of your business. And again, if you work out of a home, it's okay to put the street address for your business, because you'll be asked at a later point to hide that. Now, don't include any extra details in this section like cross streets or landmarks. If you do have a suite number, click on the add line and put the suite or office number on the second line. It's important to note here that post office boxes are not allowed because they're not considered accurate physical locations. This also includes you are not able to use rental mailboxes at locations like a UPS store or something. You're not allowed to use a location like that, and you're not allowed to use co-working spaces for a physical address. Now, if your business has a physical address customers can visit, but you also deliver goods and services to customers, you can select that service area. And then, like I mentioned before, make sure to add the areas that you serve, but if you serve a very large area like the entire state, don't bother adding that. Just add like the city that you're in. All right, next you'll be asked to enter your phone number or website URL, and when you're done, click next. Then the verification process will start. The verification confirms that your business location and you are authorized to connect to the business. Now, it's kind of a roll of the dice what type of verification you'll be asked to do here. Google may ask you to send a code via text message or a phone call. They may email you. They may ask to mail you a postcard, or you may get asked for video verification. It's really a complete roll of the dice what type of verification you'll be asked to do. And if your business isn't open yet, just click the set a future opening date after this screen. Now, if you aren't quite ready to verify, you can always click verify later. Okay. Now, remember here that if your address is, if you are a service area business or you work out of your home, your address will not be published on Google Search and Maps, but Google may still need to confirm that location and your connection to the business. So that is why this section is required. All right. When you do receive the verification code, visit Google and search for your business name. Then click the button that says Get Verified and enter your code. Now, in the meantime, you do not need to wait to update your business information. The updates will go live once your verification process is complete. So one tip I always like to tell folks here is prior to verification, avoid editing your business name or your address because this can delay the verification process. All right, so we just walked through the verification for google.com/business. Now, if you're using a computer and you'd like to use the Maps option, you can visit maps.google.com. Make sure that you're signed into the Google account that you use your business profile for, and you can create a business profile from Maps as well. All right, so how exactly do you manage the information on your business profile? Let's take a look at the screen where you can do that. Now, you'll be able to access this screen once your business profile is verified, and authorized managers can edit and update the business information directly here in Google's search results. So to make edits to your business, remember you'll need to be signed into your Google Business Profile account, and then start by searching Google for your business name, and you should see that pop up. And in the top right section, you will see a little piece that says Profile Strength. And that actually just kind of helps you to see if there's anything that you're missing. And the one thing I'll note there is sometimes it will tell you your profile strength is lower. And do check it and make sure there's nothing missing, but sometimes it's also just asking you if you want to purchase Google Workspace or purchase some advertising. So you can skip through those and it will come back to green. So don't panic about that that section up there. That's just meant for your own checking to make sure everything is updated. It does not have an effect on your business showing up on Google Profile. All right. So from here, you can click Edit Profile, and this will let you edit the basic information about your business, such as the hours of operation. You can add a description of your business, double check your business name, review the business category. You can add up to 9 additional business categories, but the primary category is the most important. And then you can also add the opening date of your business, and you can add up to 3 phone numbers for contacts, a link to your website, and links to your social media profiles. Now, one thing that's really nice here in the hours section is you can add special hours if you are closed on special days, such as a holiday, or maybe you close early certain Fridays, like every other Friday, or the Friday before a holiday. You can add special hours for specific days. All right, the business description section helps customers learn more about your business. And you can actually select the suggest description to create an AI-powered business description. Now, if you've already written a description, you can just copy and paste that in here. You get up to 750 characters. You can also add attributes to your business. This is entirely optional for you. And these are, you can see the different options that are there. Some of the ones that are covered up on my face are disabled owned and LGBTQ plus owned. And you can add these if you like. You do not have to. Now you can add photos and videos to your business profile. You just click on the add photo icon, and you can add a logo, a cover photo, and just general photos and videos. Now, the videos can be 30 seconds max, but take note here that they have to be under 75 megapixels. And with some of these newer phones that we have that have such super high resolution videos, you'll find that even a 15-second video might be too big. It might go over that 75 meg limitation. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you have a really new camera with high resolution, you might want to keep the videos shorter. And here are some great tips about pictures for your profile. Make sure that you add pictures of your storefront, the products, the service, the staff. You can give a tour of your space or highlight an employee. Don't include phone numbers or image layovers over the top of these photos. We call that phone stuffing, and it's not allowed. And make sure that the content follows Google's content policies and adheres to all applicable laws and regulations. All right, so you can keep your business profile fresh by creating posts. And these are a lot like the posts that you see on social media, only people can't comment on them. So when you are on this section, you click Add Update, and you can add a few different updates. You can add just a regular update about your business or your organization. You can add a special offer, or you can add an event. And these are great for workshops or fundraisers. And then you can also include a link that includes where people can get more information. Now, Google is always testing new ways to connect with users, and these include the business profile posts. So one way posts can appear in local search boxes is when people search for nearby events or nearby deals. The feature is visible for local searches on mobile devices, and they'll display posts promoting deals and events from nearby organizations and businesses. So to make the most of, make sure that you regularly publish posts to your Google business profile. All right, now this is for restaurants. I doubt any of you are in this category, so I'm just going to skip over that. But restaurants do have the ability to create an automatic menu. All right, reading and responding to reviews is also a really important component with Google Business Profile. You can respond to reviews once your business is verified, and you will respond publicly. You click on the section that says read reviews, and you'll see a section there that says reply. And some tips for replying to reviews are keep your responses short, sweet, polite, and professional. Never argue with a customer online. Don't use your responses as advertisements, and try to respond to all reviews, good and bad, as quickly as possible. Make sure that you address any issues constructively or try to resolve issues privately if possible. Now, a customer who publishes a review does have the ability to modify it or delete it, so keep that in mind. Positive customer reviews do build credibility and trust, and the more you have, the better. So what's the best way to get reviews? Ask. There's an icon here labeled Ask for Reviews, and it will give you a direct link that you can share via email, social media, or any link. And this will take people right to the section where they can leave the 5-star review along with more information about the review. A lot of people ask, I have negative reviews or fake reviews. How do I get rid of them? And if you believe a review is fake or that it violates a Google policy that you have, you can report it by clicking the associated alert icon, and that's an octagon with an exclamation point inside. Or you can visit g.co/grow/report review. Now from here you can review your reviews and submit reports and check the status of a previous report. And when you submit a report, explain the policy violation and provide details to the Google team so that they can review and take action. Now, do know that Google will not remove a review simply because it is negative. There must be a violation in their terms of service. So we've covered a lot about how to update your Google Business Profile, and many people may be wondering exactly how do I see how many people are actually viewing this? Well, you can click on performance icon to find out. This feature offers insights about how consumers use your information on Google, search and maps, and how they find your Google Business Profile. And then once they find you, you can see data on how many people booked using the booking link, or got directions to your physical location, or clicked through to your website. So let's wrap up by just looking at the administrative features. And from here, you can actually go to business profile settings and add additional people to be able to manage your Google Business Profile. Now, in an organization, this is really nice to do because oftentimes people may leave the organization and then it's hard for people to get control of their Google Business Profile at a later date. So I always encourage people to add at least 2 administrators to this section. And then you'll also be able to get notifications when somebody interacts with your Google Business Profile. In other words, they ask a question or they leave you a review. Okay, so next step would be for you to claim or complete your Google Business Profile. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to verify that profile. All right, and then make a habit of reviewing and updating your business information regularly. I like to just put this on my calendar to do once a month, check in with things. And make sure you add posts to your Google Business Profile, especially if you're doing any events. That can be really helpful, or specials. And then explore the performance reports so that you can see how customers are finding you and what they're doing once they're finding you. All right, I'm just going to go over a little bit of resources that Grow with Google also has, in addition to this presentation here. If you visit youtube.com/growwithgoogle, you'll be able to see plenty of other videos just like this one, covering numerous topics from anything with small businesses, but as well as careers and skills. So there's lots of goodies on there. Google also has career certificates available at grow.google/certificates. And these are for people who might be interested in upskilling their skills without necessarily like going back to college or something. So they have career certificates in a variety of places you can see here. It is really kind of a neat system. And there's also some scholarships available. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction there. And all right, there is also additional resources at google.com/grow. All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending today, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I appreciate your time. Have a good rest of your day.